Okay, so here we're going to talk about canvas prep. So we have our recycled canvases that I let the boys paint on, but I was not fond of it. So here we are. So like she said, we're going to do some black paint over these, which this is just going to be our demo on how to get it ready, but we've already done this to a couple. So we would paint this black and let it dry, and then now we're going to tape our edges to get it ready. So we like to use frog tape, which is the green painter's tape. This is the 2-inch, I think, of the size. Then we're also going to use Gorilla duct tape. It could be the black or it could be the silver, either choice, but the Gorilla one tends to work best. If you just get duck or duct brand, it tends to kind of not hold as much. So we're going to do the green frog tape first, and this is my getting us ready here. So she was doing about as long as the outside of your canvas. You want the area of it. We're gonna do a piece here, and then we made it like this. And then we're gonna do the sides like this. And kind of make sure that you're kind of right in the middle, because you want an edge to keep you on the top of your canvas, and you also want some piece on the bottom that you can fold over and make your resin block. Let's see here. We're getting there. See, she's a pro. I'm learning. Look at that. Okay, so then here we are at this. We're going to fold over the bottom part.
And the whole point of doing the frog tape first is to just protect the canvas, the cotton fibers of the canvas. If you just put Gorilla tape down and then poured your resin, sure, the Gorilla tape is going to hold the resin in just fine, but when you went to remove the Gorilla tape, it's going to tear and rip your canvas fibers. So the frog tape serves as a barrier. It just is there to help protect the canvas.
All right, so here we are with our Gorilla tape layer.
And the Gorilla tape's what holds the resin.
And it sure is sticky. It's definitely stickier than regular duct tape. Alrighty. It's even sticking to the scissors. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, so similar concept here. Oh, I am not long enough.
It's okay. We'll just do a similar concept.
Good thing we're not actually using these ones. Alright. So this one doesn't have to be, oh my goodness, can you just stop? So I had a little fight with the tape. Take one. I'm now getting it to the correct length, and then we'll get this cut here. So I've got it laid out. This is so silly. It's so sticky. Okay, and then it doesn't have to go on the bottom necessarily anymore, because it's just gonna actually keep the frog tape on to create a nice rigid barrier for your resin to go into. So here we go. I'm doing much better this time.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get my fingers out of the way. Look at me. Look at that. So when we pour our resin in here, this is gonna be a black canvas, and we've got a nice little
Okay, so when we're mixing up our first batch of resin, we use a 2-part marine grade resin, and it's equal parts. So side A, side B, and we're making 28 ounces. So I'm just measuring 14 ounces of side A and 14 ounces of side B. I'm gonna mix it together in my graduated mixing cup. And I'm gonna stir it until it's completely crystal clear. And you can tell when you mix the two pieces together, it's foggy. And then as you stir and stir and stir, it becomes crystal clear, and that way you know it's ready to go. It also starts to warm up in your hand. Once we have it all mixed, we're ready to pour it into our separated plastic cups, and we can start adding color. So we've selected 3 different colors of blue. We want to do 3 different colors of ocean blue, and we want some white for our seafoam, and we want clear to go over our sand to make it look like wet sand. So one of our ocean blues, we're just going to go ahead and mix just clear resin colorant to it. It's just a transparent blue. Just going to put a couple drops in there, and it's just going to be a nice light blue color. The other one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix the mica pigments in ocean blue, and we're gonna put a little bit of mica into a little bit of resin, mix it all up, and then pour it into our master cup. Get it really mixed up well. That'll be our second color. And then our third color, we're gonna take a combination of both. Do resin colorant with mica and make a combination of the both. So we have really three different colors of ocean, and then pour our white seafoam on top of that. Okay, so we have our different colors of resin. We've got 3 different colors of ocean blue. We have some white seafoam and some clear to cover our sand. So on this one, what I've done is I have gone ahead and laid out my beach scene. I've selected some fun seashells and some sand. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is just pour my clear resin over the top, and then I'm gonna pour my different colors of blue. And then I'm gonna add in my seafoam, and then we're gonna hit it with a heat gun. So.
Oh, do you have the heat guns out here?
Right here. Follow white rabbit. I'm taking potions, call me Alice. Watch me grow taller.
So this is our canvas resin wave art that we've finished here. I'm not going to lift it up because it is still wet, it is still curing. And you can see that the white we've laid on top of our 3 colors that we've mixed. Then there's clear over our sand here. The heat gun is so that you can kind of disperse the white up and give those little bubble effects that a wave is going to be. So after we let it sit here for about an hour covered, we're gonna do this like a light cover that's gonna go over the top so that there's no dust that lands on top. And then you can let it sit just where it is for about 24 hours, a little bit longer if your room's a little bit cooler. But regardless, it's gotta sit still for about 24 hours. And then you'll be able to lift it up, hang it up, and show it off.
So, a couple different things to keep in mind when you're working with resin is you have to go fast. Once you mix the resin up, especially if you're mixing mica pigments in, it's gonna set really super fast. Because once you get it mixed, you gotta go. This will start to get really hot, and that means it's ready to cure. Yours is beautiful.
Well, of course you do. You're my mother. Nailed it. Failed it. So after my tape fight here, I've recovered. After our finished curing for about 24 hours, we'll be ready to take off our tape and to see our finished product. So this is gonna be our actual finished product, but minus our tape. So when you take the tape off, the frog tape comes off really nicely, but you still have an unfinished edge. You can see all the layers of resin, and you can see kind of the canvas underneath. So this has been sanded lightly with a fine sandpaper, and then we painted the acrylic black on the sides as well. It gives a nice finished framed look to these. However, this is artist choice, so you can leave it as is if you want to. This is all kind of up to you. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Obviously, you're gonna have some bumps along the road. Maybe you'll get into a fight with the Gorilla Tape too. But we'd love to see some of your finished products and stuff, so let us know.